Hey guys, tonight we begin with the blistering and sand-in-everything world of the Crusades, a chaotic era where religious fervor, muddy roads, bad armor, and worse decisions collided in spectacular fashion. Whether you were a knight, a peasant, or just someone who owned a donkey, the Crusades were ready to ruin your week, and possibly your lifespan. So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from, and what time it is for you. It's always fascinating to see who's joining us from around the world. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. So, you've heard a sermon. A loud, passionate, vaguely threatening sermon delivered by a man in robes shouting about sin, salvation, and how Jerusalem is, technically, everyone's business. You're not exactly sure where Jerusalem is. Somewhere east of France? South of your pig farm? You nod anyway. The Pope himself has declared that anyone who joins the crusade will receive full forgiveness of sins. That sounds like a good deal, especially after what you did last spring behind the mill house. You didn't think God saw that, but apparently he keeps receipts. Also, let's be honest, you're bored. You've ploughed the same field for 14 years. Your diet consists entirely of barley, onions, and whatever didn't escape the stew pot. Someone mentions eternal glory, and frankly, that sounds better than milking goats in the rain again. So you sign up, or rather, you get roped in during a tavern conversation that escalates into a holy oath after 3 mugs of weak ale and a misplaced sense of invincibility. You wake up the next morning hungover, holding a wooden cross and someone else's boots. Still, you feel proud. You're now officially a crusader. You've got a patch sewn onto your tunic, a blessing from a priest, and the vague idea that all of this will end with you being showered in gold and gratitude. You've also been given exactly no military training, no map. And your armor? You don't have any. You were told to bring what you can, so now you're armed with a kitchen knife, a frying pan, and whatever's left of your dignity. Your neighbour Gerald brought a rake and a really aggressive attitude. You tell your family you're leaving in the name of God. They ask if God will be feeding you along the way. You laugh. You shouldn't have. Because you are now part of one of the most disorganised, poorly planned mass movements in human history. You're marching thousands of miles with no logistics, no reliable supply line, and more spiritual confidence than common sense. And you haven't even left your village yet.